Welcome to the Down the Middle podcast. This is an Olympic special. Joel and H, how are you, mate?
Good, mate. We thought we always say in the podcast, we'll talk about Olympics, and then it gets to it, and then don't have enough time. So, this week definitely 2 episodes for everyone. So, you get to listen to more of my voice and Joel's voice.
Mate, I think that's a privilege for anyone, surely. It's an honour to do it for them. We do. We always go, we chuck the Olympics in sort of towards the end, and then we spend a little bit too much time talking about other stuff. So we thought, you know what? A couple of days in. What are we? We're day 5?
Yeah, 5 or 6. Don't know what.
I'm confused because of the time zones. I never know. I look on the app and it's like day ended. And I'm like, but the day hasn't ended because the day's just started for you, but it's day ended for, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever. But day 5 or something. Been good, man. I haven't watched a whole lot.
A bit hard.
Overnight stuff. I've stayed up a
Yeah.
little bit into like sort of 11 o'clock and whatnot. The kids wake up a little bit early. It hasn't been too bad. I watched the opening ceremony because they were up very early. That was great. What about you?
Oh, mate, I've sort of been more watching just highlights and clips of things happening, especially with sort of obviously the swimming's most prevalent in sort of the swimming first week, most of the stuff, and then track and field is second. All the good stuff happens at 2 to 4 a.m.
I know.
Even 5 a.m. sort of pushing it and except if it's not a weekend, it's really hard. And I actually like watching the film because we go good at it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you just watch the clips and see what happens. And
I've caught a couple.
I've
caught a couple of those like 5:30, 5:15, 5:30 races. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
And then they show the replay by 6:30 anyway. But you're probably on the road by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but nah.
Mate, we got a couple of things we'll talk about. We'll obviously talk about a couple of Aussie golds, a couple of good Aussie results. I wanted to start off with generally the Olympic Village. Now, I don't know. I probably haven't taken too much notice of previous Olympics and how the Olympic Village works and whatever. Tokyo a couple of years ago, obviously we're all in lockdown, so I think everyone was watching Tokyo, and that time zone was a lot better for us. But the big talk is the Olympic Village at the moment. It looked great. The opening ceremony and little insights that you see from the start it looked awesome. And there's bits here, there's bits there. You got the Olympic Village on the cruise ship for the surfers and whatever. But mate, a lot of negatives coming out. I think Great Britain maybe have pulled their team from the Olympic Village.
Oh, really? So I've sort of heard the stories of the cafeteria, mate. Some of the athletes, not even the bigger athletes, just sort of the athletes going, nah, you can only have two of these steaks, and they're like, we need more.
Yeah.
And then I think it was 1 or 2 days ago, it only had vegan or vegetarian food left. They ran out of everything. And I did see the stories of people pulling out. Thankfully, other people having hotel rooms, staying somewhere else to get the right foods, get the right sleep. I feel like there's always that. The one negative about the Olympics is always the village. I feel like no team or no country, has
no one's nailed it yet. And like we sort of discussed some notes before this. It's all about sustainability. These cardboard beds, these like styrofoam mattresses or whatever they're made out of. It's all recyclable and whatever. It's like what was in that room before the athletes got there? Like what?
It had to be nothing. They would have built it surely.
But really, are these brand new buildings? They can't be.
Well, you'd have to look into it deeper. But at least, obviously, Australia got feedback from, I think, was it the last Olympics? Was it London?
No, Tokyo last.
Tokyo, was it?
Yeah.
The Australian sort of committee gave everyone extra pillows and an actual mattress topper. So at least our sort of the IOC or whatever did got him on the front foot there and try to make it more comfortable for the team.
Well, you'd have to. Like, one of the worst things about going on a holiday sometimes is you're like, okay,
Right.
I haven't booked a 5-star resort because I'm not a 5-star resort guy. What's the sleep going to be like? And you're like, well, I can deal with it for a couple of days, but I don't have to go out and swim my ass off or run my ass
Yeah.
off or like, it's.
Yeah.
I watched the triathlon this afternoon, an hour and 54. Right, they're out there. They did a
Also, they
couple of.
did it.
Yeah, they did it.
Yes, so they got
Mate, the current in the Seine, the river, was ridiculous. They were battling. They were almost swimming, not going anywhere. But like they did a couple of K swim, they do a 40K bike ride, and then they do a 10K run. And they got to sleep on a cardboard bed. And they might not, like, what are they going to eat for dinner tonight? They might get a salad. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be real happy about having a salad and sleeping on a cardboard bed tonight. I'm like, this is our, like, the pinnacle of sport. These are the best of the best. Like, just, you know what? For 2 weeks, let's maybe just forget sustainability. I'm sure there's been enough carbon produced building new stadiums, building new buildings, shipping people in, getting this in, getting that
100%.
in. You know what? I reckon we could knock off a few more cows and maybe we could get some wooden frames for the friggin' athletes to sleep on. Ridiculous.
100%. Oh, agree with it all, mate. Agree with it all.
Anyway, that's what I want to say. That's almost like my rant. That's my Shane Austen rant. What was his thing? Grind my gears.
Yeah, that's a long distant memory there, mate. Actually, just looked at the medal table there, mate. Just a little update
Oh, yeah, a little update,
with
live update.
obviously we'll update, mate. China in first, as it obviously goes off gold medals.
Oh, no, no, no.
Um,
Not if
unless
you're
you're
in the
America,
US.
yeah, they go off the total.
I was talking to my
Um,
wife about that before. Aren't
oh
they just a bunch of pricks? Honestly,
it's,
every other country, the Olympics
yeah,
themselves puts the medal tally with the most golds, and then obviously it's most points, and then you've got your silver and bronzes to sort your order out, right? And then they go, oh yeah, but we've won the most medals.
yeah. Well, you've got one of the bigger countries. You know what I
You've got
mean?
the most people there.
Europe, like Europe is cut up into all these other countries. You just got massive USA, like
Yeah, exactly.
ridiculous. But mate, yeah. So China's and Japan, sorry, are tied 1 and 2, but then China in first with 15 total medals to 13.
Yeah.
Mate, France have put a good effort in. They're tied with Australia on 6 each, but they've got 9 silver compared to our 4 and 4 bronze compared to our 1 bronze. So
Well, France got the gold in the women's triathlon this afternoon, so that would have bumped them up a little bit. Yep.
there you go. And then Korea, mate. Korea in the top round off the top 5 with 5 gold, 3 silver, and 3 bronze with a total of 11. And then USA is in 6 with 4 and 11 11 bronze and silver.
So what, they
Or
got
silver and bronze.
26 medals?
26.
Yeah.
26 medals, yeah.
Hey, to be honest, credit to them. Like 11 silver, 11 bronze. That's awesome. They're not taking anything away from them, but you're coming
100%.
sixth. You're not coming first. You're coming sixth in the medal tally. Pricks.
And I will give a shout out all the way down in 14th, mate. Ireland, they're on the board with 1 gold. The swimmer, I think he won
Yes.
the 200, was it something? I don't know what event it was, but he was the first ever gold medalist in the swimming for Ireland.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He was very emotional too.
yeah, when
He
the clip,
it meant a lot to him. I reckon that'd mean a lot to Ireland too. It was pretty good. And you know what? Very unassuming looking gold medalist. Like, I'm not
yeah,
picking on someone for how they look, but if you met him in a pub and oh, g'day mate, what do you do?
yeah.
Oh, I'm a gold medalist. You'd be like, for, for what? Like, what have you won? Anyway,
But no, I will give the crowd's been good. At the end of it, when the anthem stopped, they all cheered. So
yeah,
at least obviously they could see how much it meant to him, and they probably would have set it over the system of probably the first gold medal ever won in the swimming by an island participant.
Crowds in most of the events haven't looked too bad. Well, obviously the televised ones that I've watched haven't looked too bad. I think there's been a couple of events though that I've had like no one. I think maybe even the Matildas didn't get many out to their game
Yeah.
the other day. Who'd they play?
Well, Zambia. I don't think many
Zambia,
people.
that's
I
right.
think
Yeah,
watching
I don't think many people
Australia
went to
versus
that.
Zambia.
I think they'll have some eyes on tonight against the US. I'm actually half thinking about setting my alarm for that. 3
What time is
a.m. or
that on,
something.
mate?
3 a.m. I think.
Count me out.
It could be tough. Well, I'll
Oh, mate,
see.
they're one-hit wonders.
I'm probably due to
Hate
be
to say.
woken up by then by one of my kids, so I might sneak out to the lounge.
Nah, fair enough. Mate, I'm just trying to actually find. I don't like how it doesn't tell us who wins it.
What are you looking for?
Or actually, sorry, they do. So we've got
Our results, Aussie results.
it just kicked me off the app. Why did these apps are bad? Like
No. It's not the apps. It's the product that you're using, champion. What are you using? A Samsung?
no,
What are you using?
I'm using a Samsung. Don't worry.
Yeah, of course you are, you prick. Let's look at
It's
medals.
it's kicking me off it. This app has a bug. Thank you.
All right. So we've got you want to know our medals? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
because we want to talk about. I'm not talking about the topic. We really want to highlight the Australian athletes.
So this is what we've got so far. We're sitting in fourth. We've got 11 medals overall, 6 gold. So our 6 gold, we've got Jess Fox got a gold in the kayak singles. She's in the canoe, the C1 tonight, I think is the final. So she's another good chance of getting another gold there. Grace Brown was our
defending champion.
Yeah, I think. Oh,
Because
I don't know.
think
I get confused between her canoe and her kayak
um,
results
because I think it's the first time she's won gold for the one that she won.
for the kayak because
So
I think she only got.
Yeah, she got 2 bronze and a silver.
I think so. Yeah,
previous.
yeah. But I think she's won the canoe.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that she did different.
Yeah, I know.
Grades or whatever you call them.
Well, you got a canoe and a kayak. There's one you kneel in, one you sit in. One you got a 2 paddles, one you only got one. Mate, I've been watching this shit. I'm sitting at home most days. I've had the 9 coverage on the TV pretty much all day, every day. It's fantastic. Anyway, Grace Brown was our first gold medal in the road cycling, the individual time trial. So she got gold. That was on like day 1 or day 2. I'll stick to the golds. So we've got the girls, the girls swimming, mate. Unbelievable.
4 Olympics in a row.
Right. So
4 Olympics in a row.
The 4x100 freestyle relay, we got gold there. That's the 4 in a row that that they've won. And obviously that team has changed in the last 16 years, whatever it is. Last night we got Kaylee McKeown. She got the 100-meter backstroke. Before that, we had Molly O'Callaghan. She got the 200 free, just beating out Ariane Titmus, who
1 and 2, obviously.
Yeah. Just beating out Ariane Titmus, who got silver. But Ariane won the 400 free. And then we've got the silver medals. Elijah Winnington got the 400 free for the men's. The men's 4x100 freestyle relay got silver. We've got a silver in the equestrian. Did you see that one?
Last night.
Chris Burton got a silver there.
Had a bloke from Menangle. He came 17th, I think. He had the late call up. He only got 2 weeks' notice. Actually,
really?
Sort of someone pulled out 2 weeks' notice, and then he still got 17th. So that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good result, I reckon.
You know what? I reckon. Obviously, as you want to win gold, silver, bronze, right? That's the goal if you get to Olympics.
I feel like just making it really, isn't it?
But I'm like, if you get there, you got to go. That's friggin' pretty good.
Especially in that one it's 3 events as well. So like a time trial, dressage, and jumping or show jumping or whatever. I think. Yeah. So it's pretty good.
It's bloody unbelievable. You just can sit there and go, well, I'm 17th best in the world. So what have you done? Easy.
Exactly right.
And then the last medal was the men's 4x200 relay. We got the bronze there, come third. That was
And I think
a
that's
very competitive race.
yeah, I think that's a pretty good result for Australia. We're not really known for that. We're more of a 100 individual
4x1.
hundreds, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
and the 4x1s, and then maybe in the longer distance.
yeah.
But nah.
So tonight, look, I'll give you a little bit of who we've got going tonight. So the cycling BMX freestyle tonight, we've got the women's final and the men's final. Natalia Deem and Logan Martin. Apparently, Logan Martin, he won gold at Tokyo. He's the bee's knees. That's at 10:30. So if you're going to stay up a little bit late, 10:30, I think that's one of the finals to watch. I think we're a chance of getting a gold there, which will boost us up the ranks. There's some gymnastics then the swimming tomorrow, 100 free, the women's, Molly O'Callaghan again and Shayna Jack. I think they're both going to be pretty competitive for a medal there. You got the 1500 women's free, Moesha Johnson. Haven't heard much about her yet.
No, I don't think she's right. I think she got COVID.
Oh, she's the one who got COVID actually, and she pulled
she's
out.
racing now.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what? I'm not telling anyone if I get COVID. I'm jumping in the pool. I'm having a crack.
I think it's a bit hard. Obviously, they probably have tested stations.
You reckon?
So,
You reckon are they still testing for COVID over there?
I think so, because the bloke that won gold, he tested positive the next day, and they said, "Oh, he's on and off to go into another event." I'm not quite sure what event it was. I think it might have been swimming as well, but I'm pretty sure she had to pull out. I know the Aussie.
Yeah, okay.
I think she would have been a long shot. I think she would have been a bronze or silver. I think the American would probably. That's her like bread and butter. She usually blitz them in that event there.
Oh, that's Katie Ledecky.
Who do I say?
Yeah, no, the American.
Yeah,
she's a gun. Yeah, she's a gun.
I mean that's her.
That's her go. Yeah, 800 and the 1500, I think. 6:30 ish tomorrow morning. Will you be driving, or will you be at work by then?
Just at work.
Might be time to quickly duck off and take a shit, because you've got the men's 200 breaststroke final and the men's 100 free final. Zach's doubled Cook in the breaststroke.
He got the second fastest, didn't he? I think
Mate,
I've seen.
Bloke can swim. He was like, he was half a pull behind in the final lap of the 200 in the heats, and he blitzed it. Oh, mate, 100% watch it. I watched it yesterday, or maybe this morning. Jeez, I don't even know. It all blurs into one, but it was a good swim. And Kyle Chalmers in the 100 free. I think he's a chance.
In Oxford for he's
a big chance,
because he sort of failed at the last Olympics, or sort of wasn't in the right headspace. Didn't care, I think, as much. I think he sort of took it for granted a little bit. I think, and this time he's nailed on. He came back, get silver for Australia in the 4x100. He stormed home.
I think previously there was a lot of talk about him, and he sort of had a bit of swagger about him, had a bit of like, I'm the king anyway, whatever. I think he got a world record at one stage or whatever. Like he was a bit too big for his boots, but I think this one, I reckon. So look, mate, if we look at maybe 1, 2, 3, we could get 4 more gold overnight, and maybe on top of that we could get maybe a silver or a bronze as well. If not, maybe turn those golds into silver. Maybe we could be jumping up the leaderboard tonight.
We can be.
By the time this podcast comes out, we could have added a few more.
Yeah. Hopefully we maybe 10. Might be maybe kicking it a bit too far, but at least 10, because obviously we know sort of we'll fall behind a little bit in the second week with sort of more obviously some of the other countries when it's track and field.
We go to track and field, yeah.
Yeah, you sort of, your USA's, your Great Britain's, Jamaica, sort of all them countries sort of.
Some of the African countries
Yeah,
into the running events and whatnot. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
definitely.
all right. So we got to
But hey,
smash the pool while we still got it.
mate, I think if we come top 10, I think that's a bloody pretty good result for the country, especially how small we are, and we track and field really is not. Maybe we get some of it in the discus and the shot put and the javelin and stuff like that.
Well,
But
maybe you could duck over for the discus,
well,
mate.
never know, mate. Imagine that. Imagine me winning a bronze. Great.
We still got to
But
talk. We still got to talk about your throw. Maybe
yeah,
post Olympics, we'll do the throw. Once we actually, yeah, maybe actually post Olympics. Once we've got a distance to beat, I think that's when we
yeah.
do. We might have to live stream the discus, the men's discus final.
Mate, keep it on YouTube
Oh, you idiot.
exclusively.
Um, made some of the other results. I put on again as we're sort of writing the rundown. I put the rugby sevens. Disappointing, very
And on both,
disappointing for the men and the women. Look, I've got my rugby league jersey on today, but especially against the teams that we got beaten against, and I know it's rugby sevens. The game is very different to traditional rugby,
Mhm.
but fuck me, rugby should be our bread and butter. That should be 2 golds, bang bang, that we
Well,
should be getting.
the problem is they were both undefeated going into the semi-finals, and I think we lost to the USA in
So
the bronze.
the women lost to Canada and USA this morning.
Like, I'm sorry, but fuck,
That's not good enough.
especially when they smacked Ireland 40-7,
Yep.
40-7. I think maybe earlier that day or the day before or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, and the worst thing is when I was watching the news about it, they're saying, "Oh, now we just don't need the women to do like the men." And I don't
And what
know,
they do.
like when they
And what
said
they do.
that, and they did exactly what the men did. They got,
The Canada
I
game,
don't know.
the whatever that is, the semi-final, to potentially to play for a medal, right? So the Canada game, they got whacked. Like
Yeah,
Canada just and I watched the Ireland game and they were clinical. They weren't worried. They would, and it's a very I think I messaged you guys the other day, like watching the rugby sevens, it would be a prick of a game to play. The field is so big, there is so much room. It should almost just be try. Like
yeah,
you can almost break through. And that's what Canada did. Canada just ran through them.
yeah.
The US game, did you see the end of the US game?
Well,
How
they
we lost?
scored on the buzzer, didn't
I
they?
scored on the buzzer. And it was just a simple missed tackle.
Yeah,
But
it's just
look,
that
I'm
fatigue.
not I'm not yeah, but it would be. It would just be fatigue, but it was also it was only one on one. I'm like, mate, there's 2 seconds left. It should be 5 people on
Yeah,
that ball carrier. Like it should
yeah,
be everyone. And they just couldn't chase it down. Obviously, USA they were lucky. They were lucky to win that because
mm,
they were gone with 10 seconds, 15 seconds to go. But mate, and the blokes as well. The blokes lose out in the quarters. No,
yeah. No, they lost in the semis as well,
they
and then
lost
they
in the
lost
semis
the
too.
bronze.
They lost the
So
bronze
yeah,
as well. Oh,
because yeah, you make the semis to make it into the gold and silver match, and then the losers
that's right.
obviously
That's
fight
right.
then fight
Yeah.
it out for bronze. So
I don't know. I was expecting that'd be two medals straight to us.
maybe not gold in the men's,
Gold for
but
the women.
gold for the
Oh,
women, and
be
maybe
tight. It would have been. They would have been up against New Zealand. Gold or silver,
but well, like they said gold or silver, and then it should have been a bronze for the
potentially.
men, especially for how they
Yeah.
started it and were on their way with it. But yeah, it's not meant to be.
My thought was, there's that bloke in the sevens team who's going to the Roosters.
Yep.
There's a girl that plays for the New Zealand sevens who plays
Yeah.
for the Dragons, so she'll be coming back there. Looking at the Aussie team, I know obviously they lost, but a couple of those girls, and I know that rugby sevens is pretty big. Like they do a lot of travel, and they probably get paid quite well from Rugby Australia and to travel and whatnot. But I'm thinking
Yeah.
NRLW is growing. I can see a lot of them moving over to league. Potentially,
Yeah,
potentially. Maybe not straight
potentially.
away,
Yeah.
but maybe in the next 2, 3, 4 years when that NRLW competition is bigger, maybe 12 or 14 teams. I
It's
could
definitely
see.
a target, I think, or the sport to target, I think,
Yeah,
especially with how Rugby Australia is going in this
yeah.
country. They don't really, the only women sort of rugby they push is the sevens.
Mm.
Um, and then I think that, yeah, maybe they should, Peter Vlandis and Abdo should maybe, yeah, sort of strike force the women's sevens and like what they
Well,
do to our
think
players.
think about we've sort of spoken about the quality of the game at the moment. There's not enough players, not enough
No,
players really out there, mate. They're professionals already. Bring them over.
yeah,
Bring them over. You got 20
100%.
of them there. 20. You could do 2 a team. Perfect.
Yeah,
Anyway,
definitely.
very disappointing there. Would have liked to. Would you send? Would you be happy for any of your NRL players to go over to the Olympics
No,
to help out the sevens side?
no,
You wouldn't be.
no, no.
Risk of injury, lose
Risk
them
of
for
injury
lose them for 3 weeks,
and
4 weeks.
technically you can't because they've got to be under contract with rugby and stuff
I'm
like
not.
that. And I go,
I'm
you
not.
know what?
I'm not talking technicalities, mate. I'm talking
No, I would have.
what ifs.
No, there's enough. There is enough talent in Australia in the union system to do better. Maybe some of the Wallabies should step up and have a go at sevens. What's
That's
stopping
true.
them?
That's true. That's true. Okay. Perfect.
It's an
Move on.
unknown sport.
Move on.
Mate, the thing I actually want to move on to is probably the big heartbreak of it all. Harry Garside, mate. He was
Oh,
won bronze in Tokyo, um,
yep.
stayed amateur for this
To go
Olympics
again. Yeah.
to compete, and he just first round lost to a Hungarian boxer, mate. And I think as much as it was a heartbreak, everyone knows more. He was pretty confident in his abilities to go to better than he did in Tokyo. But I think it was a bit more of the after post post interview that I think got the people talking, sort of how harsh he was on himself, but shouldn't really be because he's done his best he could to represent the country and did us proud really.
Interesting post match comments from him, and like I get it. Like we said before, the goal is to obviously win a medal. And for the average bloke like man, you getting there is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I think a sport like that, where it's one go, that hurts. That
it's
hurts.
tough.
And
Yeah,
I guess maybe the swimming is probably the same. You do a heat. If you're the bottom of the heats, then you don't go into the semis or the finals or whatever. You got more chance because they take 16 and they take 8 and whatever. But if you're doing a track event or a field event, you get a couple of throws
well,
at it.
sometimes, yeah. Well, the heat, sometimes in the swimming, you can win your heat, but doesn't mean you're going to advance because it
And
goes
that's
off
true.
times.
That's true.
Like
Yeah,
you
but
might you might try and take a little bit easy to keep yourself, but then you've got to be careful. Even though you 9 times out of 10 you'd probably make the semi-finals from your
mm,
heat. But yeah,
yeah. Did you watch the fight?
I didn't watch the fight. Now I sort of seen the result, and I was like, "Fuck, God."
I saw the result first, and then they aired it on Channel 9. Again, dumb from Channel 9. They're airing stuff at weird times. Like it was already over, and then they're going, "Oh, Harry's about to fight." I'm like, "No, he's already fought."
Yeah,
It was very, very close. It was 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, either way, for the whole time.
yeah,
Um, he just he looked close to just landing one, but he just couldn't get there. Short rounds and only 3 rounds. I think, well, not short.
yeah,
They're 3-minute rounds, but only 3 rounds. I think that hurt him. He's probably used to going the longer distance and maybe didn't go hard enough. I think the other
Yeah,
bloke, was he a Polish bloke, maybe, off the top of my head?
the Hungarian.
Hungarian bloke.
Mm, yeah.
He got 2 or 3 good shots in, and I think maybe that helped him
Got
with
him
the
there.
points.
Yeah.
And got in early. That's exactly what he needed, because then he just sort of held him off for most of it. Yeah, maybe dudded a little bit, but yeah, is
Yep,
what it is.
definitely. Um, Mate, we'll go into our sort of bread and butter, sort of preview the golf. Because obviously we'll record tomorrow night, so we might might even say some of the results that happened tonight about the BMX. We might kick them off straight away in tomorrow's episode and just let.
I think they're teeing off tomorrow, the golfers.
So golfers are teeing off tomorrow, so maybe we talk about it
Top of my
tomorrow
head.
then.
They are teeing off at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So let's talk about it now.
We'll talk about it now, and then we'll
We'll
results that
recap.
happened tonight, and we'll recap tomorrow's from all the Australian stuff that happens tonight.
Yep. Let's do it.
Beautiful. And I did see the groups. The PGA put it up. I'll just have to. Probably should have done that before. Now they've just absolutely flooded their feed. Scotty, yeah, here we go. With the six main groups, mate. Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, and Aberg, however you want to pronounce it. Them 3 boys, they're American times. So I'm not even going to point saying them.
I'm trying to get it here. This app is.
Then you got
shit house.
the reigning Open champion Xander Schauffele, Victor Hovland, and John Rahm. That's a good group. I actually really like that group. That's a nice one.
I got tee times.
And then you get into a bit of a crappy one. Wyndham Clark, Hideki Matsuyama, and our boy Tommy Fleetwood. He's probably the best. If I was going to watch it, I'd probably more watch him. Mate, then you got Pavon. He'll have a lot of people behind him being the French. And then you've got Colin Morikawa and Matt Fitzpatrick in that group as well. So that's not too bad of a group as well, mate.
That's a good group.
Shane Lowry's in with Nick Taylor and your
Ben
man Arn.
Yep.
And then in the final major group, mate, they have Seb Straka, Jason Day, and Tom Kim.
Yeah, that's a pretty good group too. They're one of the earlier ones. Did you say Minwoo Lee playing with Corey Connors and?
It doesn't. So the PGA didn't.
That's right. I got it here. Yeah, Minwoo's playing with Corey Connors and oh man, it's hard to pronounce his last name. Bezuidenhout, maybe from South Africa. Yeah, a couple of good little groups. Alex Noren in with Ryan Fox and Emilio Grillo. Joaquin Neiman in with Tosti and Ollison. Yeah, look.
Are they playing at the course they played the Ryder Cup at 8 years ago, maybe?
It's a fantastic question. One that I couldn't answer for you. Don't know. Got 5 to go.
You talk and I'll
you look it up, bud. Look, I like this. I hate that there's so many US golfers in there. My pick for this, it's going to be hard. And look, we're looking at a top 3 now. We're looking at gold, silver, bronze for this. I hate to say it. No, actually, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go an upset. I'm going to go. Where is he? He's in the.
Okay. Good pick.
I just wanted to know what he's in the 1155 group with Xander Schauffele and Johnny Rahm. I'm going Victor Hovland, gold.
Oh. Bit of interest, yeah. I'm going to go so generic and I don't.
You're going to go Scotty, aren't you?
Yeah. Well,
that's what I was going to go, but I didn't want to.
Well, yeah, I just think he's going to win gold. But I'm going to put John Rahm, silver, and Minwoo to get bronze. I reckon he might.
Oh, nice. I was gonna go Minwoo and Matt Fitzpatrick, silver, bronze.
Yeah,
silver, bronze. So top 3, I like Victor, I like Minwoo, I like Matt Fitzpatrick.
That's a good podium.
I would
That's
love to
right.
see that podium. And nice guys
Yeah,
too. Nice guys.
exactly right,
Matt
mate.
Fitzpatrick with his backhand chipping.
Yeah, so they're playing at the Golf National venue in Guyancourt, France.
Sure. The National Golf
So,
Club. Sounds good.
Ryder Cup.
Is
Right.
that where they play? Look, either way, this is going to be good viewing because like all of these
It is the
names,
same.
mate, you're all over this. Look at you go.
Mate, so I'm good.
You are
I'm good.
good.
Because I like that course. I
Did
really
you?
liked it. There's some challenging holes
Okay.
in there, so it'd be good. Good
Well,
one.
coverage starts tomorrow our time or today when this comes out. Oh, mate, it says Le Golf National right there. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock on the first, Thursday the first.
That's
I could
good.
have just
That's good
scrolled up
time.
and seen Le Golf National. Holy shit. That's good. That means we get to watch all night. First tee on their time is 9 o'clock. Last tee is like 12:30. So you're gonna get
It's kicking a lot.
plenty of first group, Perez, Schmid, and Pan. And then
Tell you what,
Olsen
you got to put a good group there, don't you?
I would have gone stronger than that. I would have gone a little bit
Yeah,
stronger than that to get
yeah,
some viewers.
100%.
But the second group's got Neiman in it. Third group's got Alex Noren. Fourth group's got Min Woo. So within a half an hour, you've got some good golfers coming through the first tee. But
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Beautiful.
You got anything else? Got a bit of a minute.
Not much, mate. Not too much else we can talk about, and
No.
into a little recap till tomorrow. We might try and maybe pump one out Tuesday as well. We'll have to see.
Yeah. We'll get another update after the weekend, before or after the golf, and then maybe before the track and field starts.
Yeah, I would say Monday, but we've got important business to handle.
Oh, actually, let's throw that in at the end. Do you want to? What's your important business on Monday? You've got less than a minute, so make it worth it.
The Battlers made the 2024 Winter Comp grand final, mate. So I'm going to plug it. We won't plug it again. If you want to get down, 7:30 next Monday at, I don't even know what the venue's called. It's in
Oran Park, Catherine Park, whatever it is.
Catherine Park.
AFL field there.
Where the AFL field, yeah. So get down there.
Second grand final for the Battlers, I think. We've made one before.
We haven't made a grand final in 4 years, I think. We always get done. Mate.
The 1 year I don't play. Perfect. Can't wait to not win a jumper. Love that.
Little sneak, mate. If we win it, he's hanging the boots up.
Oh, really? That's it. That'll do.
Yeah, that'll be it.
You've heard it here first.
Yeah,
wow.